Metro Exodus Enhanced Edition is available on GeForce Now, and they weren't kidding with the enhanced graphics. This looks absolutely awesome. So let's dive straight into the settings here. There are quite a lot of them, but as you will see, it is at 1440p. The quality is set to extreme. I've got Hairworks on. I've got all of the settings pumped up to the max with dlss on quality. Now it is worth noting that this will require a restart if you enable all of the settings. So make sure that you have that RTX 3080 Remember in-game settings turned on. Otherwise, it will reset when you actually do a full restart. I did do a full restart using the 3080 tier here with that setting enabled, so I do have the full extreme settings here with all of the DLSS and Hairworks enabled. That to me is extremely obvious in these cutscenes. They are just so realistic. It's almost like watching a movie. I can't believe just how good those cutscenes are, and every time we get those close-ups, it's just absolutely staggering. Out in the wild, we take a bit of a hit on the FPS with the Hairworks and even with the DLSS enabled. You can see here the blood spatter effects and all of the environment does look extremely good. However, we are dipping down from that 120 frames per second into the 80s at times, and I do see a little bit of stream compression when the area is really bright, especially when those highlights kick in. If you look around the snow, you will see as we move around quite quickly occasionally that we do get a bit of compression artifacting, which does ruin the immersion a little bit. But again, when we come into those cutscenes, it just takes you to a different world. As we go into the darker section here, with all of the snow in the blizzard, we do see a little bit of stream artifacting if you look right at the top of the screen. But if you focus on the nearer objects around the gun and the environment, you'll see just how clear this is, and the foggy effect of the mask as well really is staggering. This really comes into play, like I said, in those cutscenes and when we're inside without that mask on. Just look how clean and clear everything is. The ray tracing effects really do add to the immersion of this game. It really is a huge step up from the standard version, and being able to play this at full 1440 and up to 120 frames per second on GeForce Now is absolutely astounding. You can see the stream has kept a steady 120 frames per second, and when we are in these cutscenes and in buildings, we are seeing 120 plus frames per second from the Steam overlay. Once again, as soon as that mask comes on, we get all these extra effects. But when there is a lot of snow and a lot of dark areas, we do see a little bit more of that stream compression. It's not too noticeable apart from when we move quite quickly in these really dark areas and when that frames per second drops around the 80s. I think it's the adaptive VSync trying to keep up. Overall though, it is a fantastic game to pick up and is currently in the sale. So you can pick this up on Steam for around £10. Definitely worth diving into if you have the 3080 tier and you want that enhanced edition with the ray tracing. Otherwise, even with the priority tier at 1080 with all these ray tracing settings, it's going to look absolutely phenomenal. I'll leave you with a little bit of the stealth action here while I try to sneak through this in this blizzard, and so you can see a bit of the gameplay in action. Let us know in the comments below if you have dived into Metro Exodus or whether you've already done this in the previous version and are not looking to play again. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with all things cloud gaming, and we will see you next time.
Place to find one. I see you!